Well, good morning. You know, I've been listening to all this and reading and all this political whoop-de-doo. It's nothing but a bunch of road apples. That stuff that drops out of the back end of a horse. Uh, they got all this stuff. They're on these women about that soccer, football uh, deal over there where they got kicked out around the 16, and there's all kinds of stuff, and all this crap about Trump, all this stuff about Biden, all the stuff about everybody else. It's just that everybody is after everybody. It ain't even funny no more. So, well, it is funny because I can't figure out how people can be so dumb. I guess it's the education is something, the indoctrination, whatever it is, just messing everybody up. Unless the bad guys are putting something in the air and in the water, because everything is just screwed. So I come along. I'm going to be a little different today. People might not like it, but I come up with a simple solution for this LGBT thing about the trans women. Now, there's all this stuff going on about the trans women using the dressing rooms and for sports and going into the ladies' room to powder their nose and everything. Well, if people would just sit back and think. Now, if them individuals are certain about being a trans, they should be able to live that way. Now, the simple solution to a lot of the problems is somebody that's committed to being a trans woman should just go and have their testes surgically removed. And then there should be a 6-week waiting and adjustment period where they take a few female hormones to make them feeling better and stuff like that. Then when they go into the restroom, they go into the dressing room, sports place, and it doesn't matter where. The ladies in there, the women, could see that they were a trans and they were committed to it. Now, that would even solve a lot of the problem of this aggressive protectionism that men feel when there's guys doing stuff like that, undressing and everything, going in the bathroom with the breeding stock. And if they knew these guys weren't capable of breeding, well, I will leave quite a bit of them problems. But let's go back to some of that things from centuries past when there were eunuchs running around. Why, now they'd be trans and they could take hormones and have breasts and stuff. And on top of that, being in female sports, after that was all taken care of, so they were committed trans. Just an asterisk in that deal about with all the athletics and stuff. If it was a trans, an asterisk by it. I don't care whether you're first, second, third, fourth. The women would still, the ladies, females, those of that choice, would still be notably, hey, well, this trans won that, but this female came in 2 seconds behind her. See, now that would solve some problems there. Now, there's a lot of this other stuff that can be solved the same way. Now this whole thing there's even another thing. You know, with all these doctors and all this medical stuff and that's doing so good today, where they transplant organs and everything, I can't see why they can't transplant sex organs. Yeah, now, if there's a lady dies and she's donated her organs, perhaps she's suitable. Perhaps the ovaries, the uterus, the fallopian tubes, the whole thing, the whole smear, would be okay for transplant. Now, if you had a trans out here, some person that wanted to have the whole works, these doctors, I'm sure they could figure out how to do that, and the same would go the other way. If you had a fellow, a man that died, was pretty well endowed and stuff, I don't know why, even the prostate could be included in there to be transplanted into some female that wanted it. Her fallopian tubes, ovaries, etc., could go to some man that was waiting for a for an operation. See, I don't know why that, because according to my religion, God gave everybody their agency. We're all equal, like it says in that Declaration of Independence. Now that Constitution was written, and it made everybody equal. The general welfare, and peace and prosperity, and all that good stuff. It comes from getting along together, doing what people want. Now, the government's got into a lot of stuff that they shouldn't have, where they're funding things. But you know, if we go back, like all these ads on TV for 63 cents a day, something like that, $19 a month, you can help wounded warriors, you can help kids with cancer, you can help kids with birth defects, you can do all sorts of things. That ACLU's got one out there now. For $19 a month, you can support the ACLU and help the government fund all these different things that the government's funding that they should not have been. Now, let's go back and get some donations in this. I mean, if that Bill Gates and George Soros and all them guys that's got them billions of dollars want to support some of these things that are out here going on, give them a tax break. Let them support them. Do it the way it should be. Privately. Not publicly funded. Taxpayers. See those things? I don't believe in abortion. I don't want my tax money to be funding abortions. But any woman who chooses to have an abortion should have a safe abortion legally. That's her right. Nobody has the right to tell her she can't. See? But it ought to be privately funded, not with tax money. That causes problems. It's all kinds of that stuff. Now, I know I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I agree with a lot of these people. We have a lot of rights that have been taken away, and a lot of them are because other people think their rights are better than my rights. I got news for them. We're all equal. If I stub my toe and break it because I was being stupid, I ought to go and maybe I ought to have to pay to get my toe fixed. You see? Somebody wants a sex change operation? Let them go out here and somebody ought to fund it for them. You know, one of them rich people that support all that kind of stuff. Or a group of people that support Planned Parenthood, maybe. But see what I'm saying? We all got rights. But one person's rights aren't any better than another person's rights. And this whole idea of having elite, having rich, having poor, having all this different stuff just goes out the window. It's just a bunch of malarkey. Yeah, we're all equal. That guy that's got $50 million, he got appendicitis. Instead of going down and getting other people pushed out of the way, he ought to go to the hospital, take a number, get in line, and get his appendix taken out in his turn. I don't care how much money he's got. See what I'm saying? I don't care how bad that ornery little poor girl squeals, because she hasn't got whatever it is she ain't got. Get in line at the workplace, get a job, and earn the money to buy it, like the rest of us have to. I'm sorry. Yeah, but that's funny. Well, I hope God blesses all of you. Have a good day.